Well, hello, hello. Happy Thursday night. We are so thrilled, Pieces, that you've taken the time to come and join us on this podcast. I'm here with my dear friend, Dr. Michael Gross. Go ahead, Michael.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
We have a powerful message today. And we get to it really quick, I'm just going to introduce you a little bit to Michael for those of you who are new for the first time here, and we welcome you. You can put your questions in the comments, and there'll be a segment at the end where I'll be able to have the opportunity to share those comments and questions with Michael. But he channels all the information, so in the meantime, he I choose not to interrupt him so that he can stay focused on what he's doing. Okay. Dr. Michael Gross is a professional keynote speaker, transformational and energy coach. He's an entrepreneur and the author of The Spiritual Primer, applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul by reconnecting to God, the true source, to experience your true source's love, joy, and happiness. He has helped many, many, many people for over 30 years. And I'm blessed that he's in my life because he's truly changed my life. He's given me so much knowledge and wisdom, and I cannot even give him all the accolades that he deserves because words can't explain how powerful he's made a big impact in my life. Michael has also been a spiritual teacher, multidimensional healer, and who is exceptionally skilled in all aspects of soul, oversoul, frequencies, vibrations, body timing, life force energies, and so much more. So on that note, we keep this podcast about 30 minutes roughly, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself out and put all the contact information in the comments and turn the mic over to Michael, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. The subject tonight is love, and I'd like to share that to you. Tia and I were talking, and she was pointing out there's not enough love in this planet right now and how true it is. And we were talking about the unfortunate and timely assassination of Charlie Kirk, which was a beautiful soul, and he tried to bring harmony and balance and love into this planet, forgetting about whatever his religious beliefs was. Whether you agree with it or not, that's up to you. But more importantly, what he was trying to accomplish, and that was harmony and respect and love for one another and compassion and understanding. And that's what's so important. And pointing out all the chaos. And as I began to hear what happened the other day, I thought, why is this happening? He is a good soul. He never harmed anybody, never heard him curse. He talked for what he believed in, which is good. Had two young children. And unfortunately, I heard, I don't know if it's true, that his wife and the two babies that were there when he was assassinated, which is a shame. But I'd like to talk about so many more things with all of you. And that is that we talk about what is missing on this planet. I work with many people. And the most important thing I hear, how much money, 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 money. Well, now we know money can't buy health. Just ask Steve Jobs if you could, if he was alive, which he pointed that out. But what's more important, as the true source said, there's only two energies on the planet, and that is love and anything that is not of love. It's awfully important for us to understand it. And more importantly, it is for us to realize what are we creating in this planet? There's so much diversion, diversity, so much anger and frustration. As I'm honored to be able to know and have some clients that come from different countries, and we hear about this and everything that's going on. And then we take a look as really what is love and what does it really mean? And how important does love play in our life? Well, as I said, as the true source said, there's only two energies. One is love and not of love. But let's take a look at this. How powerful is love? Love is forgiving. Love is recognizing that each soul is going through trials and tribulations, and to be the observer, to support them when they need the support, to be there when they ask for it. Not you volunteering, but they have to ask for it. And why would they ask for it? Then they're ready to listen. Otherwise, their angers and fears and doubts are such that they will not listen. But also importantly, we have to realize that with all the diversity, hate speech, anger, frustration, there are people that become consumed with it. And as a result, we have shootings at schools, we have assassinations, and we look at the great assassinations in our modern times. And if we look at that, Abraham Lincoln for what he stood for, John F. Kennedy, what he stood for, and Charlie Kirk, what he stood for. And then we also look at Martin Luther King, what he stood for. So there's so many others for what they stood for. And what was it? What do you accomplish by either talking about negative about someone, putting someone down, assassinating them, or trying to hurt them? All you're doing is creating more pain for those who love them and their loved ones, but also more division within the country, within the world. And my mother used to say, if you can't say anything good about anyone, don't say anything at all. Isn't that such words of wisdom? But I would encourage all of you to begin to search your hearts, to look at what is love? How do I bring love in my life? And how do I change my life? You know, when it's all said and done, it's said, how much did you love? How much did you care? And what difference did you make in life? Well, I will tell you, having $1 trillion is great, but what did you do to change life? If we look at Mother Teresa, all the love she spared, she was wonderful and sacrificed herself. But there were many others that do that. Every mother, father does that in a microcosm in their family. They make sacrifices for their children. Aunts and uncles and grandparents do the same thing. No, it's not like moving Mount Rainier 100 feet. It's not like owning a Rolls Royce. But more importantly, it's the energy and vibration of feeling love, that you're cared for and respected and honored and wanting the best for you. That's what love is all about. And love says, I can disagree with you, but I'll love you anyway. In the days that when political things were going on, and my friends and I would have debates, and sometimes they were really heated debates. Then afterwards, we get up, give each other a hug, go out and have a beer, and like nothing happened. And it was like, okay, you believe this, I believe that, I love you. And we never brought it up again, or maybe we did, but there wasn't hate or animosity. It was just a good debate. And even if you lost it or you didn't agree with the person, look what you learned. They brought up some salient facts that maybe I should look at it that way. So how do we learn? We learn by communications. We learn by expressions. We have AI, and there's a place for AI. But I will tell you that what I've learned from the experts on AI, they already have your background. And having your background, when you ask AI a question, it's going to give you an answer that you think you want to know. Well, if I get an answer supporting me, have I learned anything? It's with answers I don't know that people point out. Now, I don't have to agree with them, but I learned something. So the discourse of talking one-on-one is so beautiful. That's what Charlie Kirk stood for. Let's talk about it. And it's so important. Martin Luther King was the same way, and others. But all the prejudices we have, and we have prejudice against family, friends, relatives, religion, also against prejudice, the kind of clothes we wear, restaurants we eat in, whatever we do. But we have to stop to look at the simplest things in life. What really brings you joy? What really brings you happiness? You know, you win an argument. Oh, I won the argument. I proved I'm right. Great. Have you lost a friend? And what do you gain by winning? You only win if a person looks at it and changes why they think, and finds a harmony and balance in their life, which you may not even know, but who cares? Whether you know or not, you presented what you did, but are you presenting the facts and figures from your heart or from an ego or from anger or hate? You know, as a true source said, are you a slave of your fears or master of your life? Hate is so powerful. The energy of hate is powerful. It's terrible and makes you talk this way and scream and yell. I know I'm being over vociferous in what I'm saying, but the point is, listen to my emotions. And then you think about love. I love you. I really, really love you. It's a soft vibrational energy. It's smooth, it's melodic, and it's felt. You see, anything that is loud and boisterous or in disharmony, the body reflects the energy. Reflective means it looks at that energy, can absorb it. And if you believe in it enough, what happens? You get high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, all kinds of illness. But when you're sending love, because nothing negative can live in the energy of love, you're changing your body. So here we are, this great world that we live in. All different religions are being postulated. They're the best, they're the best, they're the best. And I asked the true source many, many, many years ago, what is spirituality so difficult? The type that I refer to in others. And true source said, you humans have to make a big difference out of everything. And I kind of chuckled and said, yeah, you're right. You're right. But there's another item we need to look at, and that is argue for your limitations and you own them. In other words, you're being asked to be open-minded, to look at all sides of the coin, so to speak. And then when you look at it, see how it fits into your life. And ask yourself, if I'm angry, upset, how does that fit in my life? What do I accomplish? And if it's positive and loving, how does this fit in my life? And how am I to work with it? How does it change me? So tonight we're doing a little philosophy, shall we say, and a little bit of spirituality, and a little bit of awakening your soul. Remember, you were created out of love, by love, from love, and with love. Well, what does that mean? What if, my mother and father got divorced and they had a child, or they didn't want to have a child, or whatever? I'm talking about the vibrations and energy of everything that is positive on this planet. You see, the love is so great that it forms a beautiful egg that a woman produces. And then the zygotes, the sperm, it only takes one to go into the egg. And there's an explosion. It's done in a loving way, and a fetus begins to develop. And giving birth is such a miracle. And it's all done out of love and joy and happiness. We forget that energy is the energy that manifests and creates your life, not only as a child being born, but your life as it is. Whatever you're accomplishing, whatever you're doing, you forgot all about it. And if you learn to love, this is the benefits. Learn to unconditionally love, you're not going to get sick. You're not going to get cancer, high blood pressure, heart disease, or any other illnesses. You're not going to have any of those. And you're going to grow old, let's say, easily and effortlessly. You won't show your age. And you're going to be happy, and people are going to be joyous and happy to be around you. So what we learn from the unfortunate assassination from Charlie Kirk is that we have to stop being so angry, so upset, so judgmental, and honor each other, honor the path of someone that's angry and sending them love and healing, and ask the true source to send healing to them, that they will awaken. Honor those that are expressing love, honor those that are lost, honor those that are seeking harmony and balance in their life. And as you express love and calmness and be there for them, not in a judgmental way, don't be so fast to add solutions. Oh, I know how to handle the problem. When you're angry, you don't want to hear that. You're not ready for it. But when they come around and say, well, one simple sentence, not a whole harangue or an encyclopedia. And, most of the question is, I'm angry, upset. What do I need to do? I often say, well, think about that. What are you accomplishing from it? Or why do you feel that way? Is it helping you? Just short little sentences, and let them think about it. Sometimes they're not going to answer you. I have a lot of clients that won't answer me, and a week later they will. You have to be patient for them to accept it and understand it. I'm just looking at the clock because here we have more time. The most important thing in life is an experience. And what if you turned around and said, wow, yeah, it was challenging, but I love it. I gained new knowledge. How do you gain knowledge? You gain knowledge by exploring new things and doing things. And that's some of the danger with AI getting the answer. Well, you go into AI, and as I said, it's going to give you an answer that you expect. What have you gained in knowledge? As you explore why you feel this way, or explore what new knowledge you're trying to ascertain, you become creative, you become inventive, and you become knowledgeable. You know the old thing, when you memorize something to pass a course, a year later, maybe a week later, you don't even remember what you memorized. Maybe a month later, you don't remember it. But when you do the work, you remember it because it's life changing. That's what's so important. So, are we becoming robots in our society? We forgot how to love, express joy and happiness, to support one another and express happiness? Or are we just a robot looking for more money and that's all there is? From my perspective, so many people I work with, what would you like to manifest? It's either health, money, or relationship. Well, these are very admirable. But remember, money can't buy health. Health is something you can create or uncreate by your emotions. And relationships, most of them, well, I'm going to meet my next husband, my next wife, yada, yada, yada. You've already planned your life, everyone. You wrote out what you're going to experience. Now you have a choice. Let it play out, as I would say, and let it happen. Or if you try to force it, as a true source said, to be out of control is to be in control. In other words, stop controlling anybody and everything in your life to get an expected outcome because you're fearful. It's not going to work. Instead, let the door open for choices for you to walk through. And if you don't like this, you walk through another door. Don't like that, walk through another door. But why? Why would you walk for 3, 4, 5 doors, Michael, to get what you desire? Maybe you had to do that to learn and get knowledge and understand the beautiful gifts you have and to accept them and know that in your book of life, you wrote that you were going to be happy and joyous. These are the things I offer. These are the things I share with you. These are the things I ask you to ponder and think about. Because if it's my way or the highway, lots of luck, everyone, because you're going to run into brick walls. And importantly, no one deserves to be in pain, poor, homeless, etc., etc. It's only if you think you deserve it, only if you create it. See, you're creating your reality in your life every second by your thoughts. So would it hurt so much to turn around and think differently and positively? As many of you know, and I'll reiterate this again, every thought becomes a creation in your life. So what you think you create, what you create, you experience. What if you did this? What if you looked at a negative thought? And as I shared, you go cancel, 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, cancel, cancel. You like using the numbers first. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, cancel, cancel. The negative thought goes, got the brakes on. Now what do? Since there's no such thing as a vacuum in the universe, if you don't replace that thought, it goes, takes off. Where does it go? It's electromagnetic. It brings it into your life. However, if you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, 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 and you go, I'm happy, I'm joyous, I'm healed, guess what happens? It will happen to you. But being human, especially in our philosophy, 5.3 milliseconds happen, nothing happened. Well, gee whiz. If you look at the challenge in your life, did it happen overnight? Or did it take years and years and years to create? What I desire you to know is that the manifestation is not going to take years and years and years to change. And let's just sit there and doubt it. Well, it's going to happen, but it hasn't happened. It's going to happen, it hasn't happened. It goes like this, like back and forth, like a yo-yo. Will you make up your mind? What do you want? You want this or not? And that's what your soul is saying. So I always talk about listening to the thoughts of your soul. Now, as I'm looking at the time, I'd like to share something with you. I want to share something with you that I channeled and wrote a while back. I think it was a couple of years ago. And so I don't memorize it, but I want to share it with you. And I'd like to share it with you because I believe it represents all of us on this planet. And it's called, What is Love? Love is an extension of life, and life is an extension of love. The two are indistinguishable. Without love, there is no life, and without life, there is no love. You must first learn to love yourself, for what lies within you is the beauty of life. The two are intertwined, and you must first learn to nurture yourself like a seed of love that resides within you. This can be prepared to planting a seed into the ground. First, you must prepare the ground like you must prepare yourself to accept it. Then you fertilize it with caring, acceptance, and watering it with faith. As the seed of love begins to grow within your heart, you come to the realization that it is now within you. Now the seed continues to grow into a stem and eventually becomes a flower. You begin to realize the flower must be nurtured with the sun, warm wind, and rain. As the plant unblossoms and unfolds its petals, showing its beauty, you come to the understanding that, like the flower, you were created out of love, letting love nurture you and letting it bloom forth. Your essence is pure love. First, you must be in service to your loving yourself in a very kind and gentle way. The realization that you're on a journey of life, you need to take care of yourself by expressing acceptance, non-judgmentalness, inner knowing, and eventually birthing forth into unconditional love. Love must be nurtured by faith, hope, and desire to become an extension of love so others may feel it as well. It is not about the sacrifices you make in life, rather the love you spread in life and in your spiritual work. Knowing full well whether it is accepted or not accepted, you are always doing right action and correct exchange with the expression of unconditional love. The emotion of love comes from your essence, your beingness, from your heart, understanding full well that you were created out of love, by love, with love, and from unconditional love. Once you have acknowledged this within yourself, then you are to share this with someone you deeply love and care for. Together, the two of you are to spread this love throughout the universe. There is no forgiveness without love, and there is no love without forgiveness. You must first forgive yourself, realizing that everything you have experienced is created out of love. To understand what love is truly about, it's not about control, manipulations, fear, death, doubts, insecurities, or materiality. It is the fine, silky texture of loving yourself, knowing full well it is necessary to embrace the true source of unconditional love. The reconnection with the true source of unconditional love can only exist by acknowledging this beautiful love forth within you. Love cannot be expressed in flowery words. Love is something that is felt deep within your soul and in your heart. Words, words are tough. Words express love, but the energy of love is felt deep within you to remind you that it is the glue that holds your body together in this converse, in this universe. For you see, without love, there is no life. Without life, there is no love. There is nothing but love. It is the only energy that exists in the now and forever. Love can never be extinguished, only set aside. Love commands that it must be expressed in every way possible. Remember, you are love, become love. You are unlimited. Thank you for letting me share this, and I'd like all of you to think about this and to become love through all the trials and tribulations of life. Do I have anybody that has any comments to desire to share?
Michael, you broke up for a minute. It was hard for me to understand. Can you repeat that?
Is there anyone that any notes you'd like to share or comments?
There are a few. Yes, yes, sir. I don't know what happened to our signal. Maybe it was just an explosion of love coming through, right, Michael?
Yes.
The one thing I wanted to share, and then I'll also read the comments, is when you were reading about what is love, the thing that sticks in my head is that quote from Buddha. And is it all right? I'm just going to read it here real quick.
Sure.
In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of the things that not meant for you. And I honestly believe that working with you, Michael, you've taught me so many wonderful things about the gift of letting go and accepting the beautiful love that we have within us. You know, you have taught me so much in the sense of, you know, there's always going to be someone that disagrees with you. It's just the way human nature is. But when we have the faith in how you teach us, faith in True Source and how True Source looks after us and that we're protected, and the fact that all we have to do is thank them, give them love, you know, send them love and walk away. It's amazing what can happen. And in this time right now, we need to remember that, to hold on to that and be that loving energy that you so gently shared with us tonight. So on that note, Michael, the only thing here, we have some comments from Whoopies. We have some comments. Let me just scroll down. Michael Darshan says, when I argue for my limitations, it stops my positive manifestations. And
Perfect.
And then he says, honor each other as if they were your blood brother.
Perfect. Thank you.
And health is the ultimate wealth. And let me see, I think there's one more here. Oh, and then he says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm happy it is done. And when you you did a session, and maybe we can talk about it some other time here very soon, regarding the value of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancel, 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 and what we replace it with, and that exercise. Maybe you can address it real quick on how we use that so that we start reducing all the negative energy that we unintentionally put out there. So I'm going to go ahead and let that come back around to you. Okay, Michael?
Yes. Every thought, as I pointed out, becomes a manifestation. And when you have a negative thought, what happens? It eventually becomes a manifestation. So there are two things that are important. The first grandiose thing is you do not want that negative manifestation to occur. And when you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, 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 it stops that negative energy from going out. And then it's important, because there's no such thing as a vacuum in the universe, and replace it with a positive thought. I'm happy, I'm joyous, I'm healed, I like ice cream, whatever, something positive. But the way it works is it separates the left brain from the right brain, goes to the amygdala, which is the back of the neck, breaks up the energy of that thought, the retention of that energy, and allows you to replace it with something positive. So that's scientifically how it works. But if we look at it energetically and spiritually, which is also scientifically, every thought that you have is created in your life. So I hope that answers the question.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
All right. I'd like to talk about something else if you don't have any questions or any comments.
No more right now.
All right. So the second Saturday of every month, I do what they call the mass consciousness healing. And the second Saturday is coming up. And at 9:50 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 Pacific time, I invite all of you to come to make a difference. And what is the charge? No charge. What are you going to get out of it? You will be amazed. When we do this, I invite all of you. So we chat for a couple of minutes, introduce ourselves. Then we become a conduit for the True Source's unconditional love, and envelops this whole planet. Not only you and I, but the whole planet, the animal, mineral, and vegetable kingdom. Everything that exists, and Mother Earth, and goodness knows she needs that. And as it's embraced, a major shift comes. And I thought I'd share a little bit of you, because maybe this will be an incentive. Because as you make a difference, when you do that, you are putting out an energy and vibration that you are worthy of making a difference. So you're worthy of love. And that's the most powerful energy we send. But also we have wonderful guests. Buddha has joined us. The archangels Michael and Gabriel and Raphael, and Jesus Christ has joined us, and Krishna has joined us, and many other guides and angels have been there, because they realize that energy, the one that feeds us, the one that keeps us healthy, the one that raises our vibrations, is love. and everything on this planet is created out of love, the animal, mineral, and vegetable kingdom. So I would encourage all of you to tell your friends, join us. And to you, this is done on freeconferencecall.com. So if it's early in the morning where you are, you can be in your pajamas and we'll never know. To you, give them that information.
Be happy to, Michael. That number is 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound.
Okay, one more time. It's 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. I encourage all of you to do that and join us. Now, using the same number, the same access code, every Tuesday evening, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time to 7:30 Pacific time. It's called Soul Awakening. Again, it's not on freeconferencecall.com. Please join us. Ask any questions about spirituality. Hopefully, I can answer them, and I deliver a 10-minute message. So it's the same number. Just you can just repeat that once for them, please.
Absolutely. 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. Also, when I do or participate in the Tuesday evenings and I talk about soul awakening, I deliver a 10-minute message. And I discovered now there are 398. They're about 10 minutes long. Now, I encourage all of you to listen to them. Starts at number 3 and it goes to 398. No, as somebody asked me once, are they indexed? No, they're not. And when I talk to the true source, what I forget, and the answer I got, you want to read through 398 labels? No. So you have to learn to trust your soul. I would encourage all of you to listen to number 92 first, if you haven't already. And don't get upset when you hear what it's about, because it's not what you think, but it is life-changing. And then any number like 212, 214, 316, whatever it is, whatever your soul says, there's a reason for you to do it. And you'll say, wow, they get feedback. I get just what I needed to hear, Michael. So your soul is directing you to do that. And you can access it on your phone or on your, let's say, I guess you can go to YouTube, but I would suggest use it on your phone. When you're sad or angry or stuck in traffic, do it. Tio, give them that information.
I'd be happy to. That number is 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time, please.
Okay. 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. I would encourage all of you to listen to them. Also, before I forget, any new members, I offer you a 20-minute to a 30-minute complimentary session. I will assure you I will not try to sell you anything. All I'm merely say, if you'd like to learn more or work more, let me know. Thank you. And that's it. And if you desire, I'm there, even if it's a year later, which has happened, or the next day. I want to share that with you because also if you go to Dr. Michael, initial B like in Barbara Gross, at YouTube, you can see all the podcasts of several years that you and I've done. Also, there'll be limited words of wisdom on a beautiful photograph taken by award-winning photographer Tio Knapp, and there's an audio attached to it. So if you'd like to do that, it is rather limited, but you can choose which one. We will be shortly updating that. It's going to be a lot of work. By that time, we'll have over 400. So I would encourage you all to do that. And I want to encourage all of you that when you meditate or you pray, ask for healing from Mother Earth. She needs it so badly. Ask for healing of the nature spirits. Ask for healing for all those beautiful souls that have been assassinated or birthed out that are trying or have made a difference. Charlie Kirk being one of them most recently. But others will pop into your mind. And believe it or not, there are some that are so powerful that have made a difference in your life. You have never looked at it that way. and that is either your mother or father or grandparents, or maybe an uncle or an aunt or a cousin, and give thanks to them and wish them well. I want to thank all of you for being with me. I want to thank all of you for remembering to be here. And again, I didn't bring in the other book. So, Tiyu, want to talk about Tiyu's book? Tiyu, hold it up. I apologize. This is the third time I forgot. There's so many things going on. This is a beautiful book called Healing the Holes in Your Soul. And healing the holes in your soul, it's all about finding yourself, your true self. As Tiyu said, going from gutter to grace. It's all about how she, like the phoenix, was reborn and making a difference in your life after all the abuse. It's a must read, it's inspirational, and as you know, like the guy that wrote the foreword. So thank you.
The one who wrote thank you, Michael, for your really kind words. The incredible author of the foreword of this book is Dr. Michael Gross. And I'm going to put my book down because if it wasn't for Michael, the book I have written wouldn't even be in existence. Michael's book, The Spiritual Primer, is an amazing resource of golden nuggets. You can read it over and over and over again. He's got questions at the end of each chapter. He's got so many powerful messages. And for each one of us, it's different because we all have a different life path. We all have a different, we've walked in different things. We've experienced different things. And sometimes we get so caught up in the chaos of the world that we can't even stop long enough to take a good breath and just breathe in the soft, the fragrance of the fresh mountain air that I live in or whatever. And Michael's book is a tool to help you all understand where you are in this incarnation. Where are you in this part in your life? And especially right now, when we should all be living in gratitude for the beautiful things that we do have, and it's not about money. It's not about materiality at all. It's about listening to the thoughts of your soul, like Michael teaches us. And if we don't pay attention to our soul's messages, then our life is always going to be chaotic. So definitely grab a copy of Michael's book and take him up on his complimentary consultation because it's well worth that time that you have with him. He generously provides the Tuesday night call-in, this podcast, the Saturday mass consciousness healing for our planet. He does this as a gift. He has no expectations from anything from us, just to be there and be open. It's not costing us a penny, only a little bit of time that can truly change your life. So I know you have changed my life so tremendously, Michael. I'm truly honored and blessed that you keep coming here and doing this to grace the rest of the world. And, all of you, invite your friends. Let them know about Dr. Michael Gross's YouTube channel. All the contact information is here for a reason. We want you to share it so that the world knows that there is a way to move forward and be love, because this is what this topic is about, and this is what life is about, right, Michael?
Yes.
It's about loving one another and treating, I don't care if you don't agree with everybody else, that's okay. But we all have that element of love within our souls. And that's the part that we truly need to honor and share with everybody else. Because I love what you say, Michael. Nothing negative lives in the beautiful energy of love. And I can't be more passionate about that. And, today it's a fitting day to honor not only Charlie Kirk, but all the people. Today is 9/11, Michael, the anniversary, 24 years ago. So on that note, I could go on and on and on about love and the power of love and how much I love Michael because he's such a beautiful soul. But thank you for your kind words and for all the time that you come and you honor us with your presence. And I'm going to turn it back to you to close this out, okay?
Thank you, everyone. I wish you a great week. Yes, it is 9/11. If you watch this later, just think of all the beautiful souls in 9/11 who sacrificed themselves. With that being said, I love you all. Don't forget the second Saturday. Join us. And remember, you are unlimited. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Take care. We love you.
We love you.